let's do a Q&A. So it's a pretty gloomy day here in Minnesota. It's cold, rainy, cloudy, and it's the end of a long week for me. So for today's video, we are going to do a Q&A. I went over to my Instagram and I asked you to ask me questions in one of my most recent posts. If you took the time to ask me a question or two or five, some people left so many, I just want to say thank you so much, because when I posted this, I was genuinely concerned that nobody would ask me questions. It's been about 2 years since I last did a Q&A, and the last time I did one, it was a requirement for a giveaway, so naturally I feel like with those you receive more questions because people are entering a giveaway. So this was definitely a test to my content, and you guys killed it. Thank you so much. That being said, make sure that you are following me on all my social medias so that you are notified the next time I am asking you to ask questions for a Q&A. That way you can be involved. Since I received so many questions, I had about 50 comments, and some people wrote more than one question in a comment, so maybe 60. I got a lot of questions, and I know that even if I only spent less than a minute answering these questions, it's going to be a super long video. So I'm just going to split it up, and if I do not answer your question in this video, make sure that you're subscribed, because in about a week and a half or so, I'll post the second half of this. I promise, like I said, that I'll answer any and all questions received. And yes, I'm killing it with the grout fits lately. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know I'm in a grout fit down to the socks, baby. It's so comfy. Gotta love fall. Anyway, let's get right on into the Q&A. I'm going to be reading them off of my phone, and just in case anyone is curious, my phone case is from Target. This is my backup case because my glittery one that I love so much is broken. Oh, I'm so excited. I love Q&As. Jocelyn Olivia asks the first question of the video with, do you plan on going to VidCon next year? Heck yes, girl. If you are unfamiliar with Jocelyn Olivia, I'll link her channel down below. We actually met through YouTube. She started out as a subscriber. I'm sure you've heard the story before, but I met her and we like hit it off immediately, and I invited her to VidCon. And next summer, I definitely plan to go back to VidCon with Jocelyn, as well as Brittany and Kiara and all of my YouTube besties. Ashley Marie asks, what are some of your best tips for self-care? P.S. I love your channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I think my biggest tip for self-care is that it is crucial to set aside time for yourself. And although this can come off as selfish or unnecessary, especially if you have plans, not like canceling plans, but if someone wants to hang out and you have to say, hey, sorry, like I really just need this night for myself. I'm an introvert, so I definitely feel like introverts need this a little bit more than extroverts, because this is when we refuel. But for self-care, it's essential that you put aside time to take care of yourself. That's literally in the phrase self-care. And for me, a big part of self-care is reflecting, writing, creating, doing artwork, sketching, anything that is therapeutic. Whatever comes across as therapeutic to you, I think is a big tip. I would recommend making a list of therapeutic activities. I actually have one in my journal, and it's really helpful. But the best tip is just set aside time, understand that it is okay to be selfish and take care of yourself, because you need yourself to be its best self so that you can be the best you for others. Does that make sense? Beauty with Brie asks 2 questions. What do you do when you're in a funk? And if you had to wear one pair of shoes for the rest of your life, what would they be? If I'm in a funk, the best thing that I can do is just get through it. Funny enough, this entire week has kind of been a funk for me. I've definitely have been just in like a low. I'm a little bipolar, so I go through like highs and lows, and this week has been a low for sure. Just unmotivated. I want to sleep all the time, except I can't sleep, and I end up staying up all night because of anxiety and paranoia. And the best thing to do is just understanding that everything is temporary. Yes, you're feeling this now, but emotions are so fleeting. Before you know it, you will feel something else and get through it, and just know that you are capable of many things, and you have survived everything in your life up until this point. You can survive what you're going through currently. As for the shoes, heels. I'm gonna show you because I'm so obsessed with them. These, funny enough, they're so comfy, and I love heels. I know that some people would be like, you're crazy to wear heels for the rest of your life, but I'm a short girl, okay? I like feeling tall. Ariana asked 8 questions. God bless you. Anyway, Ariana goes, what's your favorite holiday? My birthday. And if that doesn't count, then Christmas. What's the weirdest thing you've ever gotten from someone? An STD. Just kidding. Oh my god, that was a joke. I could not avoid that. Feelings. Definitely caught those. Who is your celebrity crush? I've got a few. Ryan Gosling, Leah Michele, and Blake Lively. What's your biggest pet peeve? Slow walkers, people that chew with their mouth open, and when people don't listen to you when you're talking and then they pretend that they did and they're like, yeah. Where would you like to visit? I have a huge list of all the places around the world that I want to visit, but specifically right now I would love to travel outside of the country. I have yet to leave the country, so anywhere beyond the borders would just be amazing. Can you speak any other languages? Si, oui, s'il vous plaît. I can't. I took Chinese growing up, I took Spanish, and I can speak a little bit of Spanish and French, but no French. Just kidding. I can count in those languages. Chinese and Spanish, but right now just Spanish. I can speak Spanish. Why did I spend so much time just saying I can speak Spanish? And Ariana's last question is, who is your inspiration or idol? I have a huge list of people that inspire me actually, just to stay grounded and motivated. Some of those people in that list include teachers that helped me a lot growing up in high school, Grace Vanderwall, Taylor Swift, lately Demi Lovato because I recently watched her documentary and it just sparked an old love that I have always had for her, and then Sarah Kay, who's a spoken word poet. She's amazing. Oh, this is a good segue because Jess Breck asks favorite author. I have a lot. Sylvia Plath for poetry, Jeanette Walls for nonfiction memoir writing, Jodi Picoult for fiction, and then Sarah Kay for spoken word. And an old childhood favorite is Shel Silverstein. Aslyn asks, what's your greatest lesson learned from transferring? Probably that it is totally okay to transfer and to always put your happiness first. The Crystal Smith asks, how much do you miss me? Feel free to lie for dramatic effect. Girl, no lie needed because I freaking miss you so much. I'm gonna link her channel down below, but I met Crystal at VidCon. In fact, she performed at VidCon and it was her first show and she did amazing. It's also in one of my VidCon vlogs. If I can find the link, I will put it up in the corner. Go subscribe to her. She totally blew up this summer and she deserves it and many more. She's so sweet. She's like my little sister and I miss her a lot. So please come to VidCon next year so I can see you again. Katie Brown asks favorite musical. Such a hard question, but definitely Wicked, Into the Woods, Once Upon a Mattress, and The Last 5 Years. That was 4. Is that okay? Katie also asks, a joke that you tell everyone? That I'm doing fine, because I'm not. Just kidding, that was sad. Hey, that's a joke. It worked. Maya Lily asks, what is your favorite food? Pizza. Fire-cooked pizza is amazing, as well as any type of juice with ginger in it. My jam. She also asks, if you had to be something other than an author and YouTuber, what would you be? Thank you for seeing me as an author. That just made my day. I would definitely pursue acting and singing when I was younger. I really did want to be in musicals and plays, and as well as a Disney Channel star, because what kid didn't want to be on Disney Channel? But I do not have the vocal range to be on Broadway. That's what I would want to do. Tying into your third question, if you could magically have any skill, what would it be? Singing. I wish I could sing. Like, really sing. Like, professionally sing. Oh my god. Helen Lindsay asks, favorite way to wear your hair and favorite sport to do. I wear my hair naturally. It air dries, it's curly, and I think it does the job. I grew up with really straight hair, and then once I hit puberty, my hair became really curly and all my dreams came true. So I just wear it naturally because I'm so thankful for it. I do enjoy a good straightening of my hair though, because that doesn't happen often. It makes me remember my childhood. And my favorite sport to play is definitely softball. I grew up playing softball, and so now whenever I play it, I get very nostalgic, and I totally miss the days out in the field, but it's fun. Alana asks, what do you plan on doing after you graduate? Good question, because that is coming up so soon and I'm freaking the F out. I actually am planning to apply to graduate school to avoid adulting even further and pursue a master's degree in creative writing, nonfiction, and poetry. So after I graduate, I plan to go directly to grad school, and if not, then maybe work a little bit, but grad school, yeah, getting my master's. And then Shooter, aka my boyfriend, says, do you think you'll still live in Minnesota in 2 years? I hope not. Actually, maybe, because in 2 years I'll be done with grad school, so unless I get a really great job offer somewhere, I would like to settle down in Minnesota. He also asks, will you go, He also asks, will you let me take you out on a date this Friday? And that question got the most likes out of all the comments. Let me think about it. Just kidding, we're watching Stranger Things in bed. Date night, woo! And the last question that my boyfriend left me is, if you could travel to one place you haven't been to yet, where would it be? The Maldives, and he will know what that means. AKA, that's where we want to go on our honeymoon. I think I made it about halfway through the comments, so I'm going to end the first video here. If I didn't get to your question yet, don't worry, I'm about to film the second part of this video and you'll see that very, very shortly. So be sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss that, because it will be coming soon. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel down below. We really are like one big family on my channel with lots of love to go around, and it's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell because this notifies you every time I upload a new video. And I always shout out the first comments on my social media. So if you want to shout out on my Instagram and Snapchat stories, then be sure to follow me down below and try to be the first comment. It's a great time over here. Huge thank you to everyone that left a question, and I'll see you on Thursday with a brand new video. Bye! So it was definitely, okay.